Okay, year four. So you have got a separate maths video to year three today because you are each doing multiplication and division assessments, and there are slightly different questions on each because the year 3 and 4 maths curriculum is slightly different. And so year 4, you do have to have a slightly deeper level of understanding of multiplication and division. So I'm going to recap a couple of bit of key vocabulary, some strategies to be able to work things out, just to bring that stuff back to the front of your memory, because obviously we haven't done it since before Christmas. And then you're going to have a go at the activity and the assessment, and you're going to see how you get on. Now, you will need to use the end of this video to be able to do the start of the assessment, because there are questions that I need to read out that you don't have the questions to, and you are simply writing the answer on your sheet. Okay, so you do need to use this video and keep going all the way to the end, so that when you start doing the assessment paper, you can use the questions from here to help you. Okay, so to start with, I'm just going to share my screen with you. No PowerPoint today, just a notebook to share with you. So the first thing I want you to remind you of is some multiplication language. So one of the questions that you have on your assessment paper is to find the factors within something. So the word factors. Oh, my pen is not working. Okay. Now, all that factors means is the numbers that can be multiplied together to be able to get to an answer. So, for example, if I was looking at the number 24, it's what numbers I can multiply together to give me the answer 24. So, for example, I could use 2 times 12. Therefore, 2 and 12 are factors of 24. I can also do 6 times 4. Okay, I can do 6 times 4 to be able to get to 24. Okay, I can also do 8 times 3. So if I was writing down all of the factors of 24, I would say the factors are 2, 12, 6. Oh, my pen. Guys, it's just like being in the classroom. I'm having pen disasters. 2, 12, 6, 4, 8, 3. They are all the factors of 24. Okay, so it's numbers that can be multiplied together to get to an answer. So however you want to display it is absolutely fine. I can display it like this, shows my factors, or I can show it like this as a sentence down the bottom. But factors simply means numbers that can be multiplied together to be able to get to the answer. Okay, so it's literally as straightforward as that. So what we're going to have a look at next is some formal written methods of multiplication. So I know that you guys are super quick at all your number facts, and I don't think you need me to be able to practice multiplications with you. But what I do think we need to remember is how to lay out our formal written methods of multiplication and what to do when we regroup or exchange. Okay, so I am going to give you another example. So let's start nice and straightforward where we've got no exchanging. So say, for example, 24 times 2 using a formal written method. I would do as I did with my addition and subtraction yesterday, my hundreds, tens and ones, leaving my gap in between just because it makes it easier for me. Writing all my numbers in with my multiplication sign, that's really, really important, and my giant equals. Now I can hear you shouting at the screen, Mrs. Smurthwaite, you must start in the ones column. We always start in the column closest to the right. So I must start here. Ding, 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 ding. I must start here, okay? Let's start on again. That's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to start by multiplying my 2 by my 4. So I know 2 lots of 4 is 8. Then I do the 2 and I do it with any other numbers that I've got on that top row. So I'm going to do 2 multiplied by 20. So 2 lots of 20 is 40, and I show 40 with 4 lots of 10. So I'm going to put a 4 in the tens column here. So 24 times 2 is 48. Okay, nice and straightforward. Now, I know that you could have told me that like that. I know you could have done that. But as I always say to you in class, we start with the easy numbers and then we get more challenging to get the practice, get the juices flowing so that we know what we're doing and we don't make mistakes. Okay, so now we're going to have a more challenging one that has regrouping or exchanging in it. Okay, so this time we're going to have 56 times 5. Now, I know some of you, again, might be able to look at that and calculate it in your head, but it is really important that you show that you understand how to use formal written methods. So if in the assessment it says use a formal written method to solve the problem, do not only write the answer. Make sure you demonstrate to me that you understand how to use it. So if this was telling me use my formal written method, do my hundreds, my tens, my ones. I do my 56, multiply by 5. Okay, no matter how silly you think it is that you have to go through these steps, the point is that you have to prove that you understand how to use this method. It's as much about knowing that you know how to do it as knowing the answer. Okay, so again, I'm going to start here in my ones. So 5 times 6. So 5 times 6 is 30. So I've got 2 digits. So I know that I can't put that just in my ones column. So my 30, I'm going to put my 0 in my ones column, just like I do with addition and subtraction. I'm going to put my 3 in my tens. Okay. Now the difference is that any digits that I put in here, I add on after I've multiplied. So I do my multiplication, then I add it on. Okay. So back to my multiplication, I'm going to do my 5 times 50. So 5 times 50 is 250. And then I need to add on my 30 here. 250, add 30 is 280. So 280, don't need to do anything to my ones. 8 in my tens, 2 in my hundreds. Okay, and funny enough, my answer is actually 280. Oh, my pen. Oh, guys, honestly. 280. Okay, so if I've got numbers that I've exchanged across here or I've regrouped across here, I add them after I've done my multiplication. Really important. Right. Oh, I've lost my grid. So last one, going to do one that's a little bit more challenging. Okay, and put in a little step that maybe you might find a bit tricky. So this time I'm going to do 106 times 9. So now I'm doing a 3-digit number to start with, but also it's got a 0 in there. It's going to make things a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to do my hundreds, my tens, my ones. Do you see how I'm following the same steps every single time? I'm always doing the same thing to get myself started, so that even if I don't do anything else, I show that I understand how to do this. Okay, and if I follow that step by step, okay, so first of all, put my hundreds, tens and ones. Second step, put the big digits in. Second step, put the smaller digit underneath, making sure my columns all line up. Do my giant equals, start in the ones column, and so on. If I follow it step by step, I know that I can follow that process to get all the way to the end. So starting in the ones, 9 lots of 6. 9 times table, do my 9 times table trick. 6, I know it's 54. Okay, so I'm going to put my 5 in here, and then I'm going to put my 5. That's not 5, that's a 4. Oh dear, honestly, it's just like being in the classroom, isn't it? And then I'm going to put my 50 over here. Now remember, numbers on this row I add after the multiplication. Okay. Right, so this time, 9 times 0. Oh, now straight away in my head, I should be saying anything multiplied by 0 is always 0. So 9 times 0 is 0, but I'm going to add this on. So 0 add 50 is 50, which means I'm going to put a 5 in my tens column there. 5 lots of 10 is 50. Now, finally, I go back and I do my 9 times 100. 9 times 100 is 900. No regrouping, no exchanging. I can put my answer in here. 954. Okay, so I'm going to go step by step. Okay, multiplication, hundreds, tens and ones, largest digits, smaller digit, leave a line, do my giant equals, start in the ones, regroup where necessary, add after the multiplication. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. So let me stop sharing that and show you what you're going to be doing for your activity. So I can find it. This is your task. So you are going to do a multiplication and division assessment. Okay, so we're going to start here. I'm going to read some questions. I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm going to read some more questions here and you're going to answer them. Okay, so it's all going to be based on your multiplication knowledge and your division knowledge. So what you can work out from divide by knowing your multiplications. Then you're going to have a go at multiplying 3 numbers together. Now don't look and go, oh my gosh, there's 3 numbers, what am I going to do? Follow it step by step. 3 times 6, work that out. Times by 0. Just gave you a big trick, didn't I? I went, oh, anything times by 0 is always. So what's it going to be? This one, 5 times 2 times by 3. So I get 5 times 2, find out the answer. Multiply that by 3. Okay, so don't let the fact that it's 3 digits being multiplied together trip you up and make you think, I can't do that, because you absolutely 100% can. Then you've got those factors that we were talking about, okay, and then a little bit of problem solving with factors. You're going to tick the calculation that have the same answer as this. So you've got to do 2 times 7, work out the answer, times it by 5. Get your answer first. So work out what the answer should be, then have a look at what these could be. There is actually another trick to it as well. So I can have a look and go, right, well, if I rearrange some of those numbers or if I do certain things, would it give me the same answer? Okay, so there might be a little shortcut for those of you who look at those numbers and think, oh, that really springs out to me. Use these numbers, write the calculation 5 other ways. So maybe I could be jiggling the numbers about. Maybe I could be multiplying something together and then putting something on the end. Oh, giving you so many clues here for. Then you're going to use your formal written methods. Use written methods to complete these calculations. Do not just write the answer. Please, 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 please. You normally do this to me in assessments. Don't just write the answer. Please show you're working out. Please. Okay, so you're going to do your working out, and then there's some word problems. I know your favorite thing in the world to do, word problems. Work out what the key information is and then work out the answer. When you've finished, if somebody at home is available and can mark your work for you, there is a little mark scheme at the bottom there for you. If they can't, do mark it yourself, but be really honest with yourself, year 4. There is no point in changing your answer afterwards and pretending like you got it right. It's not going to help you and it's not going to help me. If you've got it wrong, work out where you've gone wrong. And if you can't work out where you've got wrong, send it through to me and I'll have a look, and that will help me work out what we still need to practice. Okay, so don't just change your answer and go, oh yeah, I got that right, because it's not going to help you learn and it's not going to help me know what I need to teach you next. Okay, so do be really, really honest. And the great thing about doing remote learning is nobody else is going to see your work. In class, I know some of you are really worried about, oh, so seeing my answers. Don't worry, you're at home, I'm here, you send it to me. The only 2 people who are going to see it are you and me. All right, so make sure you're being really, really honest. So now I'm going to stop blathering on and you need to get ready for me to read out the questions, okay, because these first 20 are me reading it out, and then the second part here, that's me reading it out as well. So pause the video while you get yourself ready. Make sure you've got your questions, or if you've got your sheet next to you for you to be able to answer on. If you're not printing out because you don't have a printout, which is absolutely fine because I don't. You could just do it on a piece of paper or like in a maths book or something. So that's not a problem. But get yourself ready. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and then I will read out the questions. Okay. So come back to me when you're ready. Okay. Right, so if you're back with me, it's because you are ready to start. And there's just one last thing that I forgot to tell you about that I'm just going to share with you now. Okay, so the last thing that I've put on there to help you with your problem solving, and it's absolutely fine for you to use this, is a multiplication and division knowledge organizer. So you've got a multiplication grid, you've got some things to tell you how you can use associated facts to be able to support your learning. You've got expanded method of multiplication there, and then how it looks for compact. Okay, and then what we did here, we've got like arrays, division, and so on, and we've got bar modeled as well. So lots of things to be able to help you. Do not be afraid to use these to support you. If you want your multiplication grid or you want these visuals to help you, that is absolutely fine. That's why it's on the website. Okay, so now I've remembered that. Now I'll go through the questions. Okay, so are you ready? So question number 1. So question number 1 has got 20 sub-questions in it. So I'm literally going to read the question twice and then I'm going to let you answer. If you need longer, pause the video. Okay. Number 1, 7 times 5. 7 times 5. Number 2, 48 divided by 6. Remember, press pause if you haven't had long enough. Number 3, 7 times 9. Number 4, 11 times 3. Number 5, 36 divided by 6. Number 6, 3 multiplied by 8. Number 7, 11 times 2. No, ignore that, sorry, 11 times 12. 11 times 12. Can't even read the question, guys. 11 times 12. Number 8, 55 divided by 5. 55 divided by 5. Question 9, 4 times 7. 4 times 7. Number 10, 6 times 12. Number 11, 108 divided by 12. Number 12, 5 multiplied by 5. Number 13, 2 multiplied by 6. Number 14, 32 divided by 8. Number 15, 4 times 0. Number 16, 11 times 10. Number 17, 49 divided by 7. Number 18, 8 multiplied by 5. Number 19, 9 times 7. Number 20, 8 divided by 8. So that's those first question done for number 1. Now I'm going to read out the ones for number 2, okay? So these are going to be using associated facts to be able to work out an answer. So what you're going to need to do is listen to the question, press pause, and then come back when you're ready, okay? Because I won't be able to give you necessarily as long as you need, otherwise this video is going to go on forever. Okay, so question 2, we've got 10 sections to it. Number 1, 40 times 6. 40 times 6. Number 2, 3 times 70. 3 times 70. Number 3, 900 divided by 3. 900 divided by 3. Number 4, 20 times 8. 20 times 8. Number 5, 60 times 9. That's 60 times 9. Number 6, 320 divided by 4. 320 divided by 4. Number 7, 80 multiplied by 6. 80 multiplied by 6. Number 8, 400 times 4. 400 times 4. Number 9, 200 divided by 5. That's 200 divided by 5. And number 10, 40 times 30. 40 times 30. Okay, so I'm going to leave you there, guys. That's all of the questions that I need to read out for you to be able to crack on with. You're now going to carry on independently working out the answers to the questions. Do go back through the video and use bits to help you with answering the questions. Use the knowledge organizer, anything you can to help you. Use those resources. Make sure you do show you're working out. And I'm looking forward to seeing how you get on. I hope you enjoy.